Hey man, is that a 9mm? Well, yeah, it is a 9mm. It's the Sig Sauer, P320 X5 Legion. Pretty superior handgun out there right now. Well, I use the 45 ACP because 45 ACP is a lot more powerful. Well, if that's not powerful enough for you, maybe this 12 gauge is. Well, my 45 ACP is still much more powerful than that. It can take down anything I want it to. What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the 80H Night Train. Yes, I know, I probably offended some of you out there that carry 45 ACP on the daily, but that was the intent. All right, without further ado, let's dive in. What are we going to be talking about today? Today we are going to be talking about the Ruger SR1911. Let's dive in. All right, the Ruger SR1911. This particular model is the Commander version, and it is chambered in 45 ACP, just like almost every other standard 1911. So what is different with this particular model compared to other 1911s out there? Well, not really much. Your typical 1911, the Ruger SR1911 pretty much stays completely true to, so it doesn't really mess with the recoil system hardly at all. I mean, it is John Moses Browning as much as it gets, just adding this grip safety here and a little bit of an enlarged block safety there. But other than that, it's got Novak sights, and it comes in for an MSRP of around $1,200. Now that's today's market. That's pretty expensive in my opinion. I picked this particular model up for $700 a long time ago. Wow, days have changed, but nonetheless, they still make this model, and you can still get it to this day. And I've seen them, circulating around pretty frequently here. So, with that said, at least you can get them, and at least you can use them. So, you got 45 ACP running around 70 cents a round now, 60, 50, anywhere in there for target ammunition. So, with that said, let's do some shooting, because talk is cheap and ammunition is expensive, and no one's really here to see me talk. So, let's do it. All right, so we are at 7 yards. I've got a 10-inch gong to my right here, and I have a 4-inch gong to my left here. We're gonna give the Ruger SR1911 a little bit of a tryout here. It's a 7+1 magazine capacity, so 7 rounds in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. All right, let's go and get it over with. See if I can hit a target. I missed my first shot. See? I stink too. All right, so another magazine at 7 yards. This time I'm going to be going for the 4-inch gong, and I'm going to take a little bit more time to make sure that I'm shooting this properly. Alright, so the gun is off only a little bit, but a lot of it is trigger error because, 1911. right, before we get back to shooting, let's have a word from our sponsors. Oh, you're back already. That's right, because we don't have any sponsors. But you know what? Maybe one day. All right, I do have to say that we are using 230 grain full metal jacket 45 ACP from Federal, American Eagle. It is pretty dirty, but and you'll see that the end of the gun is kind of fouling. But honestly, every 45 ACP target ammunition I've used is really dirty for some reason. Take that for what it is. Now let's get back to the range. Okay, we're going to go ahead and step it up. We are at 15 yards. We're going to try the Ruger SR1911 out. Here we go. Wow, just couldn't hit that 4-incher at this range. Alright, I got 7 more rounds, 15 yards. Let's try it again. All right, we are at 20 yards. We are going to be shooting at the 10-inch gong now. Got 7 rounds here. We're going to see if we can do that. Kind of tricky. All right, still at 25 yards. Just to show you that I'm not a bad shot, I went ahead and put 10 rounds in the 6-hour P320 X5 Legion. And we're going to go ahead and shoot the 10-inch gong. All right, not as bad as that 45 ACP. That was nothing impressive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to dive into my opinion on the Ruger SR1911 Commander model. All right, let's go ahead and clear that, make sure we are safe. All right, what do I think of the Ruger SR1911? Well, I think it is a very, very well-made 1911. Does a very good job at staying true to the 1911 design. All the internals are virtually the same as John Mosik's Brownings, minus the Novak sights, the grip safety here, and the enlarged block safety here on this side. It is virtually a 1911 through and through. With that said, there is one thing I do have to complain about when it comes to the SR1911. I hate the Novak sights on this thing. I find myself, when I align the white dots, it actually sucks the front sight post down, and I end up shooting underneath my target, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But if I forget about the white dots and just align the top of the front sight post with the ears here, it does just fine, and it shoots. But I kind of have to relearn how to shoot a gun every time I come out here and second guess myself because of these sights. So I might end up changing these sights out in the future. But other than that, I think the gun as is just spot on, phenomenal. I fired about 800 rounds to this gun, not a single malfunction. I fired some extremely dirty ammunition, run it pretty hard, and it just does a really good job, and it keeps on kicking. I will say I did have to tighten one of the grips. It came loose after about 300 rounds, just tightened it up, haven't had to do it since. The magazine release does stick sometimes, and I've oiled it up, does a little bit better, but other than that, it's just been a very well functioning gun. So for $1,200, are there better pistols out there? For sure. For $1,200, are there better 1911s out there? That one I'm not too sure on. I think for $1,200, this 1911 does a very good job at being a thoroughbred 1911. And there are cheaper models out there, but I think you do sacrifice some things. There are way more expensive models out there that would just put this thing in the dirt, but they're a lot more expensive. So for $1,200, if you want to pick up a thoroughbred 1911, the Ruger SR1911 might be a very good option for you. So with that said, I really think that's all I have to cover in this video. I do know that I probably made some of y'all mad for dogging on your 45 ACP, and I'm sorry, but this is America and I get to say shit. So there you go. All right, I really would appreciate it if you remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I really do appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video on the Ruger SR1911. I hope y'all have a fantastic day, and I will see y'all next time. Goodbye.